안녕, 헬로, 엘랑이들 너무너무 환영해요. 너무나 우리 들려드릴 리나의 컨셉에 맞는 티셔츠를 하나 찾아가지고 Once upon a time, 왜 흔히 동화가 시작되는 그런 문장 있잖아요. 옛날 옛적에 이게 딱 이런 아트가 있더라고요. 그래서 이거를 당분간 동화를 이렇게 들려드리는 동안에 약간의 유니폼도 될 수 있지 않을까? 네, 그렇게 생각해서 오늘 한번 입어봤습니다. 우리나라에서도 좀 유명한 동화를 준비를 할 수 있었어요. The Frog Prince, 개구리 왕자로 많이 알려진 그런 동화입니다. 1800년대에 나왔던 작품이니까 버전이 너무 다양해요. 오늘은 제가 좀 수정하고 제가 선택한 The Frog Prince, 네, 영어로 들려드립니다. 준비됐죠? The Frog Prince. Once upon a time, a young princess went into a wood to play beside a pond of cool water. She had a golden ball in her hand, which was her favorite toy, and she played, tossing the ball into the air and catching it again as it fell. After a time, she threw it up so high that the ball bounced away and fell into the pond. The princess looked into the water after her ball, but it was very deep, so deep that she could not see the bottom of it. Losing her precious ball made the princess very sad, and she began to cry and cry. Pretty soon, a frog poked its head out of the water and said, "Princess, what's wrong? Why do you cry and cry?" The princess looked up, and to her surprise, she saw a frog talking to her from the water. "My ball, my beautiful golden ball has fallen into this pond," cried the princess. "Alas! If I could only get my ball again, I would give all my fine clothes and jewels and everything that I have in the world." The frog said, "I want not your jewels or fine clothes, but if you will love me and let me live with you, eat from your plate and sleep upon your bed, I will bring you your ball again." What nonsense, thought the princess. This nasty little frog is talking. Nothing will probably happen. But just in case it can actually find my ball, so she said to the frog, "Well, if you bring me my ball, I promise to do everything you ask." The frog dived deep under the water, and after a little while, he came up again with the ball in his mouth and threw it on the ground. Well, as soon as the young princess saw her ball, she ran to pick it up and was so happy to have it in her hand again that she forgot about the frog and ran home as fast as she could. The frog called after her, "Stay, princess! Take me with you as you promised." But she did not stop to hear a word. The next day, as the princess sat down to dinner, she heard a strange noise coming up the marble staircase. Plop, plop, plop. Then something knocked gently at the door and said, "Oh, dearest young princess, hear my call. Remember I found you your golden ball. Now remember as well your promise true to take me along and live with you." The princess ran to the door and opened it, and there was the frog whom she had quite forgotten. Very frightened, she shut the door as fast as she could and came back to her seat. Her father, the king, asked her what had frightened her. "There is a nasty frog at the door who lifted my ball out of the pond yesterday. I promised it that it could live with me here just to get my ball. I didn't think it could, but now it is at the door and wants to come in." The king said to the young princess, "As you have made a promise, you must keep it. So go and let him in." Reluctantly, the princess opened the door and the frog hopped up to the table. The frog said to the princess, "Please lift me onto a chair to sit next to you." Scowling, she lifted him onto the chair next to her. Then the frog said, "Put your plate closer to me that I may eat out of it." This she did with a sigh. And when he had eaten as much as he could, he said, "Now I am tired. Carry me upstairs so that I may rest in your bed." The princess took the frog up in her hand and put him on a pillow on her bed, where he slept all night long. As soon as it was light, he jumped up and hopped downstairs and left the palace. "Oh, thank goodness," said the princess. "He is gone. I am finally rid of the frog." But she was mistaken. For when night came again, she heard the same tapping at the door, and when she opened it, there was the frog. Remembering her promise, the young princess allowed the frog to sleep upon her pillow. Then, like before, in the morning, the frog hopped off and out of the palace. On the third night, the frog returned, and again he settled himself down on the princess's pillow. But when the princess awoke on the following morning, she was astonished to see, instead of the frog, a handsome prince gazing on her with the most beautiful eyes that ever were seen, standing beside her bed. The prince told her that he had been enchanted by an evil fairy who had changed him into a frog. He was cursed to remain a frog until a princess should take him out of the pond and let him sleep upon her bed for 3 nights. "You," said the prince, "have broken this cruel charm, and I am free. I have nothing to wish for now but that you, who has saved me, should go with me now into my father's kingdom, where I may marry you and love you as long as I live." The young princess was shocked at first, but you may be sure she finally said yes. Then all set out, full of joy for the prince's kingdom, where they lived happily a great many years. The end. The Frog Prince. 옛날 이야기이기 때문에 요즘에 잘 안 들리는 그런 표현들이 종종 나오기도 해요. I want not your fine clothes and jewels. 이제 개구리가 보석은 됐고요. 공주님의 그런 뭐 좋은 옷을 뭐 필요하진 않다, 원하진 않다. I want not 이라는 표현인데요. 요즘은 그렇게는 말을 안 해요. 근데 동화이기 때문에 조금 더 낭만적인 표현으로 원작에서 그대로 그 표현을 가져와 봤습니다. 또 다른 표현이 있어요. 동화에서 굉장히 많이 나오는 표현이에요. Alas! 이 alas이라는 말도 요즘에는 거진 안 쓰는, 정말 그냥 웃기려고 하지 않은 외에는 안 쓰는 표현인데 약간 아이고 어쩌나 어떡하나 아주 드라마틱하게 극적으로 표현하는 그런 말입니다. Alas! 네. 개구리 왕자 영어로 한번 들려드렸는데요. 우리나라 사람들도 익숙한 캐릭터들도 나오기도 하고 조금 더 순수하게 리스닝을 하셔도 따라해 주실 수 있지 않을까의 마음으로 준비한 동화였어요. 많이 즐겨주시고요. 다음 스토리에서 만나요.